Take two.
Bottle did you see that?
Take two, you're gonna laugh.
Take two.
Are we live?
We're live.
That's what he calls a fucking ball.
Action.
That's staying in.
Oh, yeah, that's alright. Hello and welcome back to the Botcast with me, D-Litz. What am I? The deputy.
I was getting to him a little bit.
Yeah, I got it. I'll go again.
No, okay. Come on, introduce us.
Got my teammates with me. Billy the goal machine Gilbertson. The gaffer John Gilbertson. Got Jack over there behind the camera. Statman Jack. Got S. Morgs and the assistant with me.
Ashley Taverner.
Technically it's your assistant.
My assistant. Right, what's the
What are we going to do? You've got to say what it is.
Subject.
What's the subject to the podcast?
Subject today is the 11 most underrated football players
From what league?
in the Prem. From the Prem.
Good lad.
Sounded like it.
Well,
Not that 11 most underrated, it's the starting 11.
starting 11. So there is not going to be 7 strikers.
Yeah.
You're going to do 4-4-2.
I've
4-4-2.
Bill's overwritten is 4-4-2. He gets overwritten a lot in these podcasts. And,
I'll start with a centre mid, Luka Modric.
we're going to go. Should we start it different and go from striker down to keepers?
Can do if you like.
2 strikers.
Most
I
underrated
think it gets
strikers.
juicier as it goes up though.
It does, doesn't it?
I think we should leave that for last. the
Yeah.
strikers.
Go on.
Let's start with
the
Well done, Bill.
Goalkeeper. Shake him on.
That's who I would have had. Because I couldn't think of many more.
I'm going to...
Not too
Nigel
exaggerated.
Martin's mine.
Underrated though. Is he underrated?
I don't think.
Well, yeah, but what defining underrated? Shea
Not
Gibbon
what
was it?
people rate him.
Well, Shea Gibbon was an international goalie.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't underrate him. Shake him keeper, right?
Yeah, but he ain't like...
Talked about, is he?
Yeah.
No, because I think there's better people.
Yeah, there's better than him.
I agree, but I thought Nigel Martin was in that. I thought he was in the same thing of like people don't talk about. And they talks about this like Siemens and the Gales and all the other
I
fucking
guess,
projects.
but then there's like levels to being underrated, isn't there? You would have to say.
Yeah, Shea Gibbon was never even spoke about at all, is he?
I know.
Yeah, underrated. It's kind of like it's weird because you got to go the standard. It's like they're not as good as like fucking Beckhams and stuff like that, but
Oh, I hope Beckham didn't go in goal.
You'd have been better off.
Sorry, Bill. I got knees, haven't I? Me and him has got this tension. Look at Philip.
lucky my balls.
Yeah, because he'll put you in your
On the pitch, off the pitch, in work, out of work.
Yeah.
in the bedroom.
Wow.
Double cheese.
Very, very cheesy.
Right, we're off top.
Yeah, we're off topic. We're on goalkeepers. So we're talking Premier to start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Casper Schmeichel.
Casper Schmeichel.
well, that's a good show.
God, he is underrated.
Yeah, but you could have Brad Friedel.
I don't think he's
Fredos.
underrated.
Yeah, but it's like, was he as good as Schmeichel?
Do you know why he wasn't? Because he didn't win nothing.
So another goalkeeper
Yeah.
you could probably say he's underrated. He was good for a time. Radio Gomez.
Who's that? What? Oh, the Tottenham.
Yeah,
What?
Tottenham.
Yeah.
Watford.
Watford,
Watford and Wolves.
Ben Foster.
Yeah.
If
But it's
anything,
like one
I'd
of
say
them,
Ben Foster is probably overrated. He's talked about more than what he should have been. The Wrexham thing's
Now
kind of
he
pushed
is,
it
yeah.
on again, but like,
But it's
Cycling podcast and that.
It's hard because some people would say like Pepe Reina and stuff like that.
no, I think he
Or
was
he-
overrated. I think he was overrated.
Yeah, they would say
Yeah.
like goalies like that, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and players like that. But we've got to like kind of define.
I'm gonna put a name out there that you two won't like, Reese.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what though?
Yeah, there's two parts to the
He's
race.
over,
Yeah, over now, but in the early years, yeah, I thought he was a great goalie.
Yeah, he was, and he never really got put into like the De Gea category.
Nobody ever seemed to come in
Was
for
he
him
ever at
either.
De Gea level?
No.
I thought he was very close.
I
at
thought
one
I
point.
would have had it better than De Gea
Showing
in his
on the
prime.
webpage, he was on there. Luis.
That's underrated.
Yeah, underrated.
Yeah, and like for how good a goal he was, you never sort of somebody's coming in for like, we don't lose.
No, because at
like,
some point I thought Lloris was better than Czech as well. But people would still say Czech.
Wow.
No, but I'm on about it later on in
yeah,
Czech.
he was good, man. He was
Not Czech prime.
He was good, one
Yeah, but people would still say Czech's better than Lloris when I didn't think so.
He was.
The thing with Czech, what done for me is
Czech's
the head injury. He was still a good goalie, but he definitely wasn't levels. I think he'd have been up there with talking like on the last podcast with greats of like Buffons and Shiltons and all that. I think Czech would have been without that head injury. I don't think he was quite the same after. Still a good goalie.
He never got slated for switching London either, did he?
No,
just come across
his career was over, but I think it's like past the point of like he's gonna make a difference.
I think he did.
He won a Golden Glove.
Yeah, he made them better.
Yeah,
He made them better, but he still wouldn't like they weren't competing with Chelsea at the time. Arsenal.
Well, they haven't been competing for a long time now, have they? Arsenal, it's been years of it.
Won an FA Cup, didn't he, at Arsenal? Won the Golden Glove at Arsenal, so he did make a difference.
underrated.
Yeah, but not.
Going back to the underrated.
You can even put him in the underrated.
Check.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we could.
Who talks about him, really?
I'd have him at the Premier level. All-time Premier level, I'd have Check. So I can't.
He's not in that for me.
I can't see it.
On the list that I've got here, Czech didn't come up.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
it's
good stuff.
Who else is on there? Who are we missing?
So Hugo Lloris of the Millennium. He's there. That's what it says. At the top.
Where about that?
Is this just Premier League or?
No. Of the 21st century it was actually. No. Samir Handanovic. Is that his name?
He's never played in the Prem, is he?
It's not Prem.
No,
Type Prem, that.
Just Prem.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think Handanovic can't be underrated.
Nah, he's a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, but I just don't think, I don't think he's underrated.
No, he never really ever gets mentioned. But I
Why
don't know
would
if
he?
he's worthy to
I
get
don't
think
mentioned.
he's worthy
That's
to
the
get
thing.
mentioned.
That level, was it?
Patricio.
Rui Patricio, he went in the Prem long enough.
No,
So
I wouldn't.
one
say
of them.
so.
Yeah, that was mainly it. There weren't really too many goalkeepers.
Tim Howard, pretty good goalkeeper. He didn't
I
really
never
get
thought he was
ball.
on that one.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He
Yeah,
wasn't bad.
good Prem
goalkeeper.
career, man.
I never like thought he was amazing though.
But that's the point of underrated, isn't
I
it?
don't know. Do you
Yeah,
know
that's
what? I
the
don't know
thing.
with
It's
Lloris
difficult
now. When
to
you're
judge,
thinking
you
like
know.
he's underrated, like, it's defining it. Nobody talks about it great. Yeah, he won World Cup, Euros. I know he ain't won the fuck all with Spurs, but then that's what probably makes him underrated.
It's
But
hard for a
nobody
keeper to
talks.
change
Yeah.
a team that much to win things. They're not going to have that.
And
When
did-
when
and
was he ever
did
linked?
almost throw the World Cup away, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, World Cup winner, Euro League, whatever it's fucking called, winner, and he's never linked with any of the bigger clubs ever.
No.
Right, so I've got a list
of the 5 now. I'm not
But the last 2 years for me, he's been
Just
fucking
the
dog shit.
Barcelona, he was a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, so I would have struggled.
Yeah, Shea Given,
Yeah.
Brad Friedel, Tim Howard.
Mark Schwarzer.
Yeah, played for Middlesbrough, didn't he? That's Aston Villa as well. Was
Fulham, wasn't it? Fulham.
Yeah, I know he played for.
Middlesbrough.
Yeah, when you says it like that, are they as good as Lloris?
No, they're not.
He's
That's
pro-
what, I think
yeah.
that's what makes him quite underrated.
Yeah,
is
he
the
might
fact
be. He
that
might be
he's-
the best of the underrated Lloris.
And I
But
guess
then-
that is the.
Like his
But
FIFA,
no,
his
his
FIFA
most
rating probably
underrated.
He hasn't.
overhypes him with his 87s.
Yeah,
and
but I don't think Lloris has been like. There was a point where he was spoke about when he was one of the top keepers.
I don't think he was
No,
really.
I don't think
Mike.
so.
I don't think he ever has.
With my.
I don't think he's ever been talked about.
No.
him
I think if you
I've never spoke about him that way.
Yeah.
I think if you narrow it down, it's probably between Shea Given and Hugo Lloris.
Yeah,
If you narrow it down to 2.
and because I personally think Lloris has had a better career than Shea Given,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
spoke about similarly, he's just not spoke about
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
weird though, because
For a big
Lloris is
baller.
better, but who's more underrated?
Probably
That
Shea
is.
Given.
That's
Yeah, it
two
is, isn't it?
different, so
I
it's
mean,
not-
Yeah, but it's what you're going for. Is it the most like? Is
Is
it
it
the
the best
biggest? What's
underrated?
underrated? Because otherwise, you could go underrated. Is it? Are they the shittest? Well, they're the shittest. That's why they're underrated. So are you talking like a good player? What's underrated?
Yeah,
should be the best.
The best
Under,
that's
what's
not
underrated.
talked about,
Yeah.
which in that case is Lloris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely, French national.
Lloris.
That's what I say. You got to be close to 100 caps.
Still nang one, and they're still not nicking his spot.
Captain the side as well for a long time now.
Captain Spurs.
Club level and international level.
Hopefully, it's his last year with Spurs, unless he wants to be a backup. I think he's just got that little bit to it. He has great games, don't get me wrong, but he has that.
And I'm not actually his biggest fan. Bill knew that. We've spoken about it in the race a few times, and I'm never his biggest fan, but I do think he's probably underrated.
I'll tell you what been good this season. Keylor Navas for Notts Forest. He's been fucking outstanding this year. I know the same age as Lloris, and I said to you the other day, I'd sign him to Spurs. He's been fucking shit hot this year.
Do you know what? I always thought he was a bit overrated. I take it back with him.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he was overrated again.
I take it back. He gets in most teams. He does.
Lloris says.
Should we go with
Lloris.
I'd actually give him.
Yeah, very good.
It's a close one, and
add him to my dream team.
Where are we going? Left back.
We're about left back.
Left back.
Underrated left backs.
Galcouche.
Yeah,
I thought he was pretty good.
Good player.
Yeah.
Good shite.
I know there's like another one, Leighton Baines. I thought he was alright as well.
Leighton Baines, good player.
He had a good career in the Prem as well. To be fair, didn't he?
John Arisa.
I don't think he was that good.
I've never really seen him.
I think he was
so
better.
I
I could always remember him more for the fucking long-range goals. Like
That's what it really. That's kind of what he was. Like, it's going back to how much I watched Liverpool growing up. I watched a lot of him, and he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
He could hit his orders Hasselbank, but that's about it. He couldn't really do
I never
much
saw
else.
him.
I'll tell you, I got one. I thought he was fantastic. Danny Rose. For that period of 3 or 4 years with Spurs, I thought he was brilliant.
But then
He's kind of took away the
he went
being
so
underrated
bad,
by being the person he is.
Yeah, he's a fucking
He's an absolute toss.
What's
man.
the?
Did you see him on
was he
Sky
the
Sports
man
the other
that
day?
left
Yeah.
back?
Looked like
What's he
shit.
wearing? I mean,
Not Evra.
Evra, I
Even
would
though
put
he's
him in the
alright.
underrated one. I would put him in there.
I'm pretty sure it's Man United. I can't think of his name.
One of the little.
Not Sylvester. The bald head. Sylvester, is it? Or something like that?
He's a more centre half.
English.
Oh, English.
What, left back?
What,
Yeah.
play for
No,
Man
no,
United?
no.
I'm pretty sure it's Man United. Unless I'm getting mixed up. But
We need Statman Dan.
Not Gibbs.
Underrated
Arsenal.
left
I don't think Gibbs was underrated. I think he was just the level he was. He just.
I can't
I don't
think.
think he was crap. He just won. He's a bit of Ashley Cole reject, wasn't he?
I like Gal Clichy, mine.
That's a good shout.
Yeah, that was
I
a
did
very
enjoy
good
it.
show. John
No,
O'Shea,
he's
he's
not
not
left back, though, is he? John O'Shea.
Dennis Irwin.
Oh, he was a great player.
Was he
I don't
underrated?
think he's
I don't
underrated.
know.
No,
No, because
I
I done
don't
like a
think
little
so.
research earlier for underrated players, and he'd come up on every list.
Do you know what though?
Never
No.
spoke about
Do you know the
Fergie,
thing is, he
like,
probably
is
is
the level.
underrated.
I never seen a lot.
Fergie wouldn't
So-
say he's underrated because he played him all the time, and he was a brilliant fullback. Fucking wonderful left foot. But yeah, he's not
But
talked
it's
about
like,
as
you don't
in.
get any recognition.
When you talk about that great
man.
Man United side, they don't say Dennis Irwin, do they? They says like the Cantonas, Mark Hughes, Brian McClare's, but that is a shame.
I've heard his name a few
That
times.
is a
It's
shame.
just one.
Yeah,
If it's not in that argument, that's you can argue everyone there. When they talk about that Man United side. Vintage for Man.
Everyone not spoke about it. It's a bit ridiculous, man.
He's never memorable.
There's no one that replaced his spot
Did
in
he
that
really
time
even
era.
play?
Really,
I
he
didn't think
is.
he played that many times for France, even ever.
Attitude problem again?
They had problems, didn't they? The French national team had
Yeah,
problems,
they
didn't
do.
they?
They seem to start through a problem.
I think they always have. France
They seem so arrogant.
They are,
Like
yes.
Pogba.
Allegedly, all
Mbappe,
French people are fucking assholes.
Sorry,
I said
sorry,
that-
any French
Allegedly.
listeners.
I said allegedly, so you can't try and sue us if it stands up in the court of law.
Take them on.
Mbappe's watching again, isn't he?
Yeah. God, these French people, you know, like us, man. No, we've spoken about French arrogance a few times, haven't we? And they've always had it. I don't know what it is.
It's hard with left backs.
Statman Dan. What we
I
saying,
would go
underrated
with
left backs.
Dennis Irwin, but I don't know again in time frames of what you've seen. But if it wasn't Dennis
I've
Irwin,
never
I'd-
seen a lot of him, but all I know is he's a
if you're,
very
I'd go
good
Gal
player.
Clichy myself
Clichy's a
over
good shout,
Evra.
He's never even mentioned.
No, and I thought who he played for Arsenal and he went
Man
on
City.
Man City.
He was in the era of Man City's
when they first come up.
And
he's the
took
first
over. Did he take
wing-back,
over from
I
Ashley
remember.
Cole when Ashley Cole
At Arsenal.
Chelsea?
Yeah.
At Arsenal, he did.
So
And he was in that like weird situation of being compared against the greatest.
Yeah.
And you were never going to live up to the expectation kind of thing. And I think he did live up to it to a certain
I
degree.
like Gal Clichy.
I can remember when Pep first started, he played him as an inverted wing back, didn't he? Cliche. Played in midfield.
I played Dan as an inverted centre half. Go figure, I invented it. It just means he's a centre half. He's in every position or centre half. So don't give me Pep's a genius. I invented that 2 years ago.
I'm happy with the Gal Clichy. It's a good shout.
I can say Clichy. You can't. There's
Good
not
player.
much of an argument over him, is there?
Stop copying me on how to spell his name.
I'll put Gal.
Gal's harder to spell than fucking Cliche.
Where are you, Rick? Cliche?
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if it was a Y or an E at the end. I'll just
Right back.
Glenn Johnson.
It's making me sweat.
Who?
Good shout.
Glenn
Good
Johnson.
shout. I like to make, was it West Ham first?
he
Then
broke
Liverpool?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
He was I think he went Pompey, didn't he, before?
Yeah.
Who?
Glenn Johnson.
What clubs did he? I like him.
I didn't like him at
when he-
Liverpool.
On the way up, I didn't like
He
him when
started
he
at
made
West
it.
Ham.
West
He
Ham.
started at West Ham.
Yeah,
I
I
know
think
he played
I
for
really
Liverpool
liked him.
and Chelsea, didn't he?
Liverpool, not so much.
And he played for Portsmouth.
I didn't like him at all at Liverpool. Like, he was in his prime age at Liverpool and he just wasn't
Yeah, so I
good.
said,
One
I didn't-
left
on the
foot,
way
He
up. I
needed
liked him.
replacing for years and it
Yeah.
just...
Yeah, because he even got England team, didn't he?
Yeah.
He could have had 10, 15 caps, I would have thought.
If anything, I would probably put him in the overrated category.
I don't think you can say that.
He's tall, like, he's not
I've
really
never,
tall
I've
today,
never
but-
looked at him and just thought, good player. I've
No.
never even thought of a good player, to be honest.
Same, I don't really. I don't see him in
The
it.
same
But
thing.
then have you ever watched him and thought, God, he's awful?
No, but
If you're talking the Prem, he can't get in. But if you're talking right backs, one we talked about is Gary Neville. In terms of world football, nobody mentions Gary Neville. I know, I think
Yeah,
he's
he's
not,
not underrated in the
but
Prem,
not in
though,
the
is he?
Prem.
No, in the Prem,
no,
he's
but is
always
he
in the top.
underrated in world football?
Well, I don't know. I think
I
he's
don't know
just,
if
he's
he
just
is.
a boring name and a boring person. He's not exciting, but
I don't know if he's underrated. It's just
He's just that level below, isn't he?
Danny
Like
Alves
Kappa
and
and
Alves.
yeah, but you never see him. Type in the world's best right backs.
Type in.
I bet he ain't on a list of 15. 10,
I reckon
15.
he's in the top 10.
He'll be in top 10. I think.
Go on, I'd be interested to see. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not.
Of all time.
I just want to know who the names are in there. In world
He
football.
should be in the top 10. I think.
I think he would be too.
I think he should be. I'm not confident that he will be named though.
Current or
all time.
All time.
the best right back of all time?
Who we got?
Go on the top 10.
Be interesting to know.
Top 5, Danny Alves,
Yeah,
Philip Lam,
yeah,
Zanetti.
yeah. Not going to be on there, is he?
I wouldn't be surprised
So-
if he's
and Thuram.
I didn't know that. Sorry, I didn't know that was his son.
Yeah, it's his son.
Yeah, I didn't know
top
that.
5 for that.
Yeah,
I think
top
he'd be in
5
top
in the
10.
world.
I don't think he is. Look in the top 10. I don't think he is. Used to name
Yeah,
name
really
Cafu and
five.
Carlos Alberto.
Yeah,
Cafu
yeah,
wasn't there?
Cafu.
Cafu, alright. Carlos Alberto ain't in there.
Yeah.
He might be in there, but I wouldn't be surprised if
No,
he's
but
not.
I would be surprised to see Carlos
Zambrano.
Alberto on a list
Gary
because he's
Neville.
old.
Gary Neville's there, top 10.
No. Carlos Alberto, I mean, there's argument
Yeah.
that he's in the
It's
great-
weird. I think Gary Neville was sort of respected in the way he should have been.
I don't think
I
you can
wouldn't
put him
know.
as underrated.
Not as a Prem
No.
level, no.
No. World.
I don't know if you.
I don't think world. I mean, he belongs in the top 10. He's not above that. He's not below that.
Yeah.
He's,
he is what he is.
yeah.
Never underrated right back. Trippier.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
I
shot.
was thinking that, but
Yeah, but he's had this big height, not height,
Since
but he's had this big,
Newcastle.
like the past, what, since he joined Atletico, really, mind. He's banging in
Tottenham,
England.
letting them 20 million.
I mean, since he's left Tottenham, he's got the respect he deserves.
I would say he's been pretty rated since he left Tottenham. Like
But
you
deservedly
said.
so.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
before that he wouldn't, was he?
Yeah,
Not
I
really,
think
no.
he would be in the underrated category.
I think
I would have him in the underrated.
I think you
Yeah.
can. I think
Still
there'll be
one-
more underrated players.
Like,
Aspilicueta and Isabella.
if
That's a good shout.
That was good, man.
But then I thought if I
Aspilicueta is a good shout.
I
That is.
thought Zabala
Yeah, he played the majority of his career there. No, he didn't really.
Aspilicueta's number 2 on the list.
What, underrated?
Yeah.
That's what I said. If I had to choose, like, for my side between Aspilicueta and Zabaleta, I'd probably go to Aspilicueta.
I'd probably do that.
Let's say
That's
his name
so
again.
hard to say.
Aspilicueta.
I mean, he's a mixture of Zabaleta and Aspilicueta.
Zaspil and Modric.
I'm fucking good.
I would go Zabaleta over there, but I still like Sasha's shout of Trippier as well.
He's number 1 on the list.
I don't think he's underrated.
I wouldn't say he's so underrated.
I don't think he is.
I think he is.
Like in current times, he's mentioned. He's not.
Yeah, I
that's
think
just
once his
because of
career's
Newcastle.
done, he could be classed as underrated then. But I wouldn't say he is now.
Yeah, but still now, when you talk about,
If you-
who's going to pick for England at right back, people go Walker, Trent, Reece James.
I think that's fair.
Oh, he's in there as well.
Yeah, but they didn't mention
was in the
Trippier as
team.
well. Yeah, but when people talk about.
Oh, he's mentioned.
I don't think he's mentioned.
I don't think
But I also don't think he's their level. I personally don't.
I think he's a better defender than Walker.
No chance.
No way. He's better at football than Walker. He's not a better defender.
I think he is.
He's not a better right foot.
Walker's actually on the list.
I disagree. I don't think he should be on the list. He's always considered in the World 11, Premier level. He's always talked about. And Kyle Walker, I personally don't underrate him. I think he's a great player.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
And everyone I know that watches a lot of football agree that he's a great player.
He was 5th on the list.
I'd either go Trippier or Zabaleta. Myself.
I would say Zabaleta because I think Trippier's better, but I don't know if he's underrated.
I think he is underrated. I think, but just your argument of coming back. I think even when he went to Atletico Madrid, we didn't even moan when Tottenham sold him for 20 million.
Yeah.
But I think
The player
post
was
coming
there.
back to even at Atletico Madrid, it's
Newcastle,
underrated.
yeah.
Coming back, I think is blown it up a little bit. But
Proved the player he actually is.
yeah, I think without that Newcastle move, I think he wins that hands down because I don't think he was that rated.
Yeah.
Does he
Atletico
become the
Madrid.
player he is without that Newcastle move and what Newcastle are becoming?
I thought he was better at Tottenham myself, even though
He
we
was
didn't
good.
moan
He was
because
good.
we were signing. Who do we have from Tottenham?
Emerson Royal. It's a good swap, wasn't it?
Jesus Christ.
Was it?
No, Oria.
Yeah,
So-
Oria.
So we didn't mind. So
Yeah.
you're thinking you're getting this PSG right back, Oria. So we didn't really mind, but
Yeah.
What a disaster
at
that
the
was.
time
isn't
it
it?
was like 20 million. That ain't a bad
Where's he
deal for
to
him.
now, Warrior? He's in Champions
Not
League.
really, not Forest.
Forest, yeah.
Where did he go after Tottenham straight away? Did he go to quite a big club?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sure
Didn't
it
he go to
was.
something like Turkey or something like that? Like
I
a
don't
club
know.
in Turkey? I ain't sure.
Possibly.
We got to pick a right back.
On with.
I'm going to go with Zabaleta
was
just
gonna say
based on the
Zabaleta.
thing of Trippier this last.
Yeah, I mean, Zabaleta's never talked about ever.
No. Ivanovic was good one. I know he did play centre half as well.
There's an argument he's in the Premier level.
I don't think
That's
so.
Premier level. I can't say
The difference is he played two positions, so
That's
he's not
the
just
thing,
one.
yeah.
If you played his whole career in right back, yeah. If you played his whole career in centre back, he's not one of the best.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's not.
I just think he's not underrated though.
Well, I don't know. No one ever says that about it.
No, because I mean he's just not out there with the greats.
No. He's kind of stuck in between like Neville is in the World 11, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's not. He's just not in the greats of it, so he don't get talked about deservedly so, really.
Yeah.
I think. I'm happy with the Zabaleta pick. for
Yeah,
right
I
back.
am as well.
I mean, there's a few honourable mentions for people, but yeah, Zabaleta, he is
I
underrated
would have
massively.
Trippier, but
I'm not against
I was
either.
really
Yeah.
close with Trippier. But centre backs, this is going to be interesting. Again, I don't know what you saw, but I got the same one as Sol Campbell. I don't know because all I think for myself is
any Sol Campbell, so it's hard
he's
to
not
say.
underrated. That's my
I think
question:
he
is he underrated?
I
Because
think
he's
he's
just never
underrated.
mentioned.
I think he is massively underrated.
You hear like Gary Lineker and Shearer's talk about a thing they'll say about all the ones they never seems to mention Sol Campbell.
They don't. He's never spoke about it. You watch anything in Sky Sports, you watch anything on
I think
YouTube, and
Ledley
it's
King got a bigger fucking aura about him than Sol Campbell.
Denzel Campbell.
And it is like,
Yeah, but I think what was Ledley King is the thing of like, what if he didn't have the injuries?
yeah, that's it. But
So it's hard.
that's the thing. But it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Sol Campbell should be talked about
There wasn't a what if about Sol Campbell.
Yeah.
He done it. He's
Part of the Invincibles as well, right?
He's someone who never gets mentioned, but I think he is rated quite highly as that Carvalho.
Carvalho was a good player.
Would
I would
you ever-
underrate him.
Yeah, but would you ever hear
Yeah,
his
I
name
would
or
not.
No, I can't really
He's not
say,
talked about
to be
again because I
honest.
just don't think he was quite at the levels of the best.
Yeah.
He's very close.
He was
one.
good,
Very,
he was
very
good
close.
for Chelsea and a great team setup.
I'll put one out there, Desailly.
Would you say he's underrated though?
Yeah.
In the Prem, I would, not world football, I wouldn't.
In the Prem, he's not even mentioned.
No, Laurent Blanc was the same, but I know he was like the end of the career thing. But like, there's two legends of centre halves there, but
And Desailly's not even mentioned at all.
Desailly and Laurent Blanc from Man United, but they was.
But it's weird.
was
Desailly is more like the name rather than what he actually achieved in football.
Yeah.
As an individual player, he was a great player.
Yeah.
He's just
John O'Shea. You could argue John O'Shea's underrated.
Do you know something?
I was never that mad on him though. I was a player,
Big
John O'Shea.
Toby Alderweireld, or whatever his name
he-
is.
I'll tell you what, he was. I thought.
You could actually go with the parallel line.
I thought.
I know,
he
I
was
didn't want to
fucking
say them
brilliant.
both, but they was pretty good.
Or you could say the parable. They could literally be the two centre backs. Could be.
They ain't ripped to catch.
And they
with
did
that
it for
Spurs.
quite a long time as well.
Did it
didn't they?
with Southampton for a while, didn't he? So
Yeah,
and
they
then
did,
cut out.
yeah.
The day they got rid of him, Spurs,
know.
they've been shit
I
ever
don't
since.
understand.
Not been the same team since. To be fair.
Just an absolute leader and a brilliant leader of the game.
Yeah, I thought he was good. Well, he's linked from Man United for like 3 years, wasn't he? But
Yeah.
So another centre half that's probably underrated. Jonathan Woodgate.
I never seen him. I can't.
He was.
say.
I mean, he got crippled with
He-
injuries, but I don't know if he went in underrated.
He could have been good, mind.
He's signed
He's a
for
bit in the
Real
Ledley
Madrid.
King one
Yeah, but I think you didn't hear many people talk about him.
because he just didn't.
Nah, he never
Do
recaptured.
it
He
for
went to
long
Real
enough,
Madrid,
he
didn't he?
just-
He never.
I don't think he
Yeah,
done it for
I
long
kind of
enough.
have him
and-
in there in terms of the only thing he never played long enough in the Prem. For me.
And I just think it's always the same sort of discussions with him. What ifs? It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
It's
hard
not
to base
underrated.
it for
It
that.
I
is.
agree with you in terms. I think he could have been up there with. No, I'm not saying the best, but he'd have been up there with the good top centre halves. John
Yeah.
He's very good.
Sammy Herpia,
Daniel Agger.
Daniel Agger. He's in the what if categories.
Yeah,
As I said,
Daniel
I'd
Agger.
have Sammy Pure over Agger.
I mean,
And
was he ever really that good? That's the problem.
Ew.
I watched him a lot again, watching a lot of
Dejan.
Liverpool. I just don't think he was ever that good. Like he was in a mid-table team when he was what he was. It could have been anyone in there almost. He was never a really good footballer that everyone said. Like he's never in any of these talks, rightly so.
I think I got with Campbell and Toby. You know, I didn't think Toby Alderweireld.
I agree with the Sol Campbell one. He's just never talked about it. He was great.
Do you know I think could get a mention? And I think he was part of the Spurs side when they got Champions League. Yunus Kabul.
Yeah,
I thought he was a good defender, man.
Powerful.
yeah, he was. Yeah.
William Gallas.
I don't know if he's
pretty
underrated.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said.
I
he
don't
was
know.
underrated.
I was big.
He was
I
good.
think
He
he
was
was good
good.
centre half. I wouldn't have said he was underrated.
You threw me then. I had a really good one, and he's a current player.
Current and think.
So you've not hit two people that's on the list so far. There's two that you've not said.
Is one a current player?
Both of them.
I'm going to put one out there, and it's Kurzuma.
He's not on the list.
No, I don't
I
like
actually
him.
think he's a good player. I actually do think he's a good player.
So the two you're missing is Matip
Yeah, kind of underrated, yeah.
and Rudiger, Chelsea.
Oh, I wouldn't say he was underrated.
No,
I really
he
like
didn't do
Chelsea.
it long enough, I think. He was very good the last season before
The
going
season
on
before that, he's a donkey.
Yeah,
he was
He's
what
very
he was.
evil.
He wasn't
Also,
good.
that
Yeah, he
final
was- He
season.
was the number one, Rudiger.
No, I actually think he was probably overrated for a while.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah,
done
I
it for a
agree.
season and moved to Real Madrid. He
Granted,
just,
that season he was very good.
oh,
to
he
be
was,
fair.
he
Yeah,
was
I thought
like
he was
Koulibaly level good. wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was
And
good.
then Koulibaly's come and been a complete and utter flop in the Premier League.
I'm disappointed with him.
Yeah,
To
same.
Koulibaly, I thought he was going to be.
I thought he was going
Next
to be,
level.
yeah.
Remember when David Luiz was good?
That one season he had, was it Arsenal or Chelsea? Was it Chelsea?
Chelsea.
One season,
Yeah, when
he
he
was
come back in
world
PSG,
class,
wasn't
wasn't
it? That
he was
season,
so
he was
good.
Yeah.
And then he just
That
went.
wasn't an underrated option for me.
No, but he was.
He's a good shape for a centre half.
I'm going to go with Campbell and Toby.
I would go Toby.
I think he was a great player, Toby. Fucking Alderweireld.
He
whatever his name
was.
is.
It's
You
weird.
know,
He looks
comes into that thing,
and it's just
he's
like
never in these
identical.
like big talks because
Yeah.
he never won anything.
Yeah.
So you
Part,
can,
part of the bad side, yeah.
yeah, but he was a good part of it.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
was
you
good
know
enough
what I
to
mean?
drop in most sides.
Oh yeah, he went off.
Yeah,
I think he got him most.
It's weird because I looked at him at Vertonghen and I just think it's like they are identical players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Vertonghen had a bit more swaz about him, but Toby was like the main centre half that brings that rock.
Did Belgium play 3 centre halves because of company, Toby and Vertonghen? There's a reason.
That's a good
Fucking
foul for
three
him,
centre
yeah.
defenders.
So who do you drop? I mean, Vertonghen goes on your left back spot for it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
but he
that's
went
the
there
one.
because
I-
he couldn't even land.
Yeah, I couldn't drop Toby or company for Vertonghen. But
But then in the same breath, you still start him because you can't drop
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
either. Or, I wouldn't even say the parable, I'm not going to lie, but
yeah, but it's like one of them again. Like Campbell was probably better than them both. So does he get in? Because like what you're saying, he is.
the only thing for Campbell is probably the
underrated.
Invincibles.
he's
side.
won it all. I mean, it's just.
Not all, and he's the Invincibles.
and he's still
Yes,
do-
I guess so.
Yeah.
He still don't get
Yeah,
mentioned.
I
That's
think
why Campbell's
I
in
think
there.
Campbell got to be in there.
Yeah,
I
Campbell
agree.
and Toby.
And Toby, you all agreed on Toby as well, or are you still
I
talking
would
about
have him, yeah.
I would as well.
I'd accept that.
I'm just writing Toby, I'm not writing Oliver.
that? I think each of us should pronounce his surname once on camera.
I'll do it.
Go on then.
Alderweireld.
But then I've heard people call him Alderweireld.
I still
Like
say,
yours.
Toby Alderweireld.
when I used to say about FIFA, or
Right.
I used to say Tony Albert. Just gradually.
I'm waiting for stat man, Dan. Go on, Dan. Full name, please.
Out of my out.
That's not too bad. There's a lot of V's in there, but
Right, what are we going
I'm waiting
next?
for his version of Alderweireld and yours.
Alderweireld. Alderweireld, I would say. I would say.
Toby. I can't fucking lost my words here. Toby. Oh, fucking hell, you say his name?
I've done mine.
Oh, God, I can't.
Come on, you got to have a
You
go.
got Alderweireld.
Toby Alderweireld. Oh,
You can't say that. That's the loan word.
Right, where we going? Right mid?
yeah, he underrates Beckham, but you can't put him in. So.
Nah, he's not underrated. He's overrated.
You underrate him.
No, don't-
Shut up.
He's overrated.
He's overrated, yeah.
Right, this is a separate podcast. Lad.
This is a separate
Oh,
one.
He is.
Yes. Right mid.
Who are you calling that?
That's another.
forum.
You got to be beeped out again
Why?
because you just said the PRICK word.
It's not that.
No,
That's
we
a pretty
agreed.
bad word.
Yeah, we agreed. We couldn't say 2 words, which was cunt and pike.
Beep beep. Beep 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 beep. You're an absolute beep beep.
It should be replaced with bots.
Right mid, Dan.
Right mid.
This is a hard one.
I'm going to throw one out there, and it sounds a bit mad because he won a lot and he was good, but number.
He's left mid though, wasn't he?
I
Nah, he
thought he was
wasn't.
left mid.
Heroes is
I think he
left
played both.
Yeah, I think he was
didn't
right mid with Arsenal.
FIFA tells me left mid. Ain't being funny.
I would have said
From
from.
out position, weren't we?
No, yeah, but I would have said because he's right. But Perez was on the left and Lundberg was on the right. That's how I remember it. Watching Invincibles.
He don't start every game.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
much.
thought he's a bit of an in and out.
That,
No,
that
pretty
was my
much.
team that made me want to play football. That's the first
And what stopped you?
team.
Oh, stop that word.
I think it's a shout. Lundberg.
Christ, I can't think of many that I'd say he's underrated.
Would you say Mahrez is underrated?
No.
Yeah, I would. I think he's fantastic. I think
I
he's
think
absolutely
he's
fantastic.
a brilliant player. I don't know.
I think
if
he's
he fits
better
in
than
underrated,
Lombard, but I don't know if he's underrated. I can't.
I don't.
Do you know his problem?
Underrated.
Is he's not rated so highly because of Salah, and deservedly so.
Yeah.
Because Salah's always going to gain the limelight of the past 5 years, and so he should. So, and then I think you speak to anyone, and Morez is below him, and
He's like second option.
Yeah, he is your second one. I mean, there ain't nobody else you really pick, is there?
I don't know. I agree with you. He's a top player. I just don't know. I don't know if he fits in underrated.
No. I don't think he's underrated. He's not overrated, but he's not underrated.
No.
He gets the respect he deserves.
I feel like there should be a better one than Lombard, though.
Yeah, I do too. He's mentioned a lot. He's got a hero card.
There
Get on
can't
it,
be loads. There can't be loads. We just think
Why is that?
Underrated right
No
mid.
Scorsese?
Right wingers.
I'm looking for it. No, it's
He
not.
wasn't that good.
Oh,
He was decent.
Cut that, lad.
What was that bit, Bill?
Nothing. He's trying to say dirt. Spit with my fucking arms.
Play right mid quite a lot. He's more of a cam. He's like a centre forward striker in cam, but he did play right mid a lot, and he was a good player.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I got one. I don't know if you can remember it. Darren Anderson. Don't know if it's a bit before his time. Spurs. Do you not remember him? Darren Anderson, Signum, we used to call him. He's injured a lot, but not like.
What's that man Dan saying on underrated right mids of the Premier League era?
So it's harder than you think looking for that, but
Underrated players in the Premier
they're not
League.
mentioned. They're not mentioned
Who?
on there either.
Any of the players we
right
said?
winger or something like that.
Christian Pulisic,
No, he's overrated, he's idiot.
William.
And he's left.
William. Pedro, I would say. I don't know if he's more of a left winger though.
But with Pedro, I think he done more in the Liga than he did in the Prem.
He's pretty good at Chelsea.
He is good, but he
was good.
I think William was better.
For Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're
Who
saying.
was the other one?
Christian Pulisic.
No, you said someone else.
Did I?
Well,
Oh, William.
Yeah.
William's underrated.
Jota.
He is underrated.
Jota's on the list.
Nah, he's not even play that position.
Yeah, I think I might have.
William, mine, he done it for a few years. Didn't he?
He was
Still,
good.
good,
He
now,
always
still,
scored against
still good in
He's
and
not
out.
bad
Fulham,
now, is he?
He was pretty devastating.
Is he
with
more
Chelsea.
underrated than Lombard?
I would say so.
I think.
Because I think he's a better player
I
than
would say
him,
Lombard's
almost.
a bigger name than me.
William.
I would say.
William was good.
He always scored against Tottenham.
He's a good player.
Should have
you know.
been a top
Should have been
player
a
as
top
well.
player. Yeah, he was signing for him.
God, you skip one there, didn't he, lads?
And Hazard did.
And Hazard, yeah, same time. Yeah, Hazard was.
Right, so what we saying then is that Lombard and Willian, innit?
I'd have William.
I would as well.
Add to.
I'll go William too. I didn't even think. We didn't even think of him, which
Yeah.
tells you the underrated
yeah.
side of him. I mean, we've had to Google him
I think he's a
to remember
really
him.
good
I'll
player.
have Willian as well then.
I think Willian.
Will I and left mid.
N.
left mid.
N.
Ginola. About Ginola.
Damien Duff.
Ginola.
Bang. Throw one out there, even though he's kind of rated but never spoke about, is Alexis Sanchez.
He was a left mid, to be fair.
And he was very
He
good.
played a lot of striker, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually a
Left winger on FIFA, that's what I'm saying.
left forward, didn't he?
That boy knows. He knows
Don't
FIFA.
test my FIFA stats here, mate. I think it's only been since he's ended up in Serie A. He was a left mid.
Another podcast ideal, all-time best 11 on FIFA players.
Cool. My team barrage.
You ain't- you ain't-
Let's not get into it.
Yeah, but you
It's
know,
gonna
remember
be
like the
hours.
Ramirez and stuff like that was like 78 rated and that was shit
Yeah.
up.
84 Emre Can.
David Luiz when he's on the round.
Yeah, 82. David Luiz was shit up.
Chris Smalling.
Oh, Valencia right back.
Who's the goalie? Jack
Jack
Butler, the
Butler.
goalie.
Oh, lads, we need to
This is
get
a
off
different. This is going to be a good podcast.
Right, yeah, I think Sanchez is a shout.
Dude, he wasn't underrated.
No, but is he now?
No.
When you
He's
look
not
back
Prem.
at it, No, but
when he was at
his
the Prem,
time
he
in
was
the
never
Prem.
on the best.
Wallison up front, silver Brazilian.
Oh, God.
I just trying to think of the striker I used to play with. Wallison, remember him? Jobson, yeah,
Talking
5-star
about
sellers.
underrated left mid, Damien Duff's got to be a shout.
Was he ever good enough?
He was good in that Chelsea.
He was good for Chelsea.
He played quite a lot under Mourinho to begin with, Mike.
Who did I just say?
He was quite an important part of that team.
Oh, Ginola.
Is he underrated?
Who? Joe Cole?
Yeah.
Joe Cole's probably underrated. But then he was so like injury savage and stuff.
Yeah.
And
West Ham, I thought he was shit. Chelsea, not so much.
I thought he was still good at Chelsea and he flopped it at Liverpool badly.
God, fucking hell, I didn't even realise he played for
Yeah,
Liverpool.
he was out there for a while.
Yeah, he did. I can remember that now. I wouldn't have said that.
I don't think he was overrated, but I don't think he was underrated. I think he was.
I don't know. I think Ginola. I don't think he's talked about in football.
How long was he in the Prem?
Quite a few years, Newcastle.
Yeah, it's with Newcastle and Tottenham. I thought he was brilliant.
I don't know if he's underrated, though.
This is a slight problem with our formation because, like, he was competing with Jerome Rees and other players that were just better, so he wouldn't get mentioned, deservedly so again.
I'll tell you what, I think you could say he's underrated in terms of he didn't get the move he should have. JJ Kocher.
Is he?
He's
He's tricky. I don't think he's ever
I would
gonna
have
go.
him as tricky. I didn't think he was that good.
I thought he
I would say the same.
I think if he was that good, he'd have got snapped.
And I think you're underrated in there. By saying he wasn't that good.
But no, I just reckon he was shit. No, I don't reckon he was shit. I just reckon he was bang average with a box of tricks.
Yeah, he was a bit. He's one of them we just spoke about with this like showboating for no reason and step overs no one near you.
Saint Maximum, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think
Bolton
St.
went
Maximin was
into
better.
Europe.
I think he's overrated, St. Maximin.
I like Sim, I do. St. Maximin.
We were chatting about
think
this
he's
the
alright,
other day,
yeah.
weren't we? He's one of them who sort of it always leads to nothing.
Yeah.
You skin through
How
players
old is he?
run.
How old is he?
Not very old.
Probably like 25?
24.
It's one of them. You think
Oh,
it's a good,
damn,
a
damn.
good coach could get a hold of him and get that final product delivered more consistent.
Vieira let him go from Nice.
26.
It's not that young though, is it?
I think like the problem with him is what we was chatting about the other day. He's another amateur.
Yeah, if he was 23, makes all the difference. You think a bit of coaching, deliver end products. I think
Don't you see him making Newcastle squad?
another one I like, going off subject, was that Rafa Leao. He
No,
reminds me of the
so
same.
good.
He seems a bit rough around the edges,
Get someone good with it.
but get some a bit. I think he's going to be a fucking hell of a player. I really do.
He's young.
He did.
He's young.
Bit of ratic at
He
times,
got
but
20.
he expects that.
Yeah, he's not very old.
What's we're going left mid?
I think Damien Duff's a good shout. I think Joe Cole's
I don't think he was good enough.
No, I don't.
He was alright. Chelsea weren't good then, mind. Chelsea were bang average.
He was part of the Mourinho team who won the Premier League.
Yeah, but he was there far before that. Was he part of Mourinho team?
Yeah, he played in
He was playing 30 games.
He played a lot of games.
No.
He played in the team at the beginning with McAleny and Lampard. And
No.
he was in the team when Drogba first
I
was
don't
there.
know. I'm still think I'm going with Ginola. I don't know if he, for me, fits in that underrated.
We're missing people. We need Statman Dan to give us some hints here. Yeah, he won left mid.
No, but I guess you got
played
to class it as like a left winger
Yeah.
as well.
I don't think he was really left wing.
No, I'm on about that position.
Oh,
like
yeah.
A left winger would
Who
fit
else is
there.
on there, Dan?
Freddie Umber.
Number,
Yeah.
yeah.
Put him on the left.
But then, you would say Perez is better, and is he really mentioned a lot? Perez.
I don't think Perez is underrated.
That's
It's-
the thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you got
hard,
to
isn't
say,
it?
but yeah, it's underrated.
It sounded a lot better in
French
my head.
international.
Mm.
Yeah, but even like Lumber, I don't know if he quite fits the underrated.
Yeah, that's his hard, isn't it?
Number one on the list is Pedro.
He was good, man. I liked him for Chelsea.
Oh, he was a good player. Don't get me wrong. Yeah,
He wasn't like first on a team sheet. Not gonna miss Pedro, is it? Do you know what I mean?
At one point, I think he was.
played a lot of games for Barcelona as well. You know, he's dependable and good. I just don't know if he fits in underrated. Pedro, I wouldn't have naturally said he was underrated.
So yeah.
Spanish international, Barcelona, Chelsea. I don't know if that's underrated.
No, I don't. I agree with that. That's
Yeah,
why the
but
Freddie
it's like-
Youngberg one didn't quite suit me. Like he's part of a great team. He won.
Yeah. Yeah, but can still be underrated.
Any of these
Yeah.
players there, like, when you're saying they're underrated, they're not underrated by the manager, are they?
No, it's still playing, but
They're not going to play.
Yeah, but it's the same for Campbell. He's part of the Invincibles.
yeah, but you don't hear him talked about Zabaleta. You don't hear him talked
But it's
about
the same.
Dalglish. You don't, but
Well, it's the same with Lumberg as
getting
well.
Lumberg, I don't know.
If you talk about that Arsenal team going forward, they talk about like Perez,
Bergkamp,
already,
and
but obviously like you should have. But
Yeah.
Lumberg don't get mentioned, man.
I think he does a bit.
I don't know. I
People had Freddie Lundberg on the back of their Arsenal tops back then, trust me.
Yeah, but it's,
A lot of them had
People
his name
Sol
on the
Campbell
back.
on the back of their shirt.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
No,
English
they-
shirt.
He would. I mean, people who knew football. No, people had Terry, they had Ferdinand, they didn't have Campbell.
What made it worse?
And there's probably all about that other
2016
little Campbell, Fraser Campbell, wasn't it? There's all probably meaning him.
Campbell's soup.
Yeah, it was the reversible England shirt.
What?
I can remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
The what?
I forgot all about that.
Shirt.
Yeah.
That was the one.
What was on the other side of the shirt? His name?
Umbro. It was just Umbro.
right, lads, let's
Darren
let's
O'Reilly.
run
He's
the
a pick
season
and left
back.
mid.
Who else is there? Is there anybody else?
Matt Jarvis, what player?
Nope.
No.
No.
For me, it's tough for Lumberg.
I don't know. I
if there
think
is anyone else.
you know
The
what?
only other option I think is Pedro.
I don't think there's many that's that underrated that's been good enough to say they're underrated.
Not
I
like
just don't think Damien Duff was very good.
Should we just put another
I
Rob in
think
there?
what he achieved is proves you wrong.
Well, I'm saying Ginola.
But you could say the same about
You were
Pedro,
saying?
though, couldn't you?
Who you saying? Who you saying?
I don't know, to say what they achieved, I don't really like it because
No, yeah,
there
it's-
could be a
it's
player
hard,
who
yeah.
played for Man United who
I'll
had
say
15
Lumberg, yeah.
games.
Let Sam decide then.
I'll say Lumberg.
You got Ginola, Lumberg, and Pedro.
I definitely wouldn't have Ginola. I think he's
Well, yeah,
really good.
you ain't picking Ginola, are you? You're picking fucking.
Do you know why I think he's rated? Because of FIFA.
I don't know. He's
You know what I
talked
mean?
about like a bit of a legend.
Yeah, he's always
Yeah,
on.
but
He's always
he's
on
on
like
FIFA.
Premier League classics and stuff. I watch quite a bit of that, and he's always on it. He's not.
Yeah.
I've never seen one with Pedro. I've never seen one with, to be fair, Damien Duff. I'm not saying he's rubbish, man. Damien Duff wasn't
Damien Duff
rubbish.
plays for that Mourinho, so I'd go Lumberg just for the fact he was better than Duff, but
It's like,
and I do think Lumberg
Was
was
he
underrated.
Yeah, he's never talked about. I want to go Freddie Lundberg too.
it's not bad.
You're from Lumberg?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just
Freddie
got
out.
Freddie.
I'm not even going to spell his name right.
I started, so I stopped.
I'll put one with Y just to be like.
Strikers, I got one straight.
What, we got centre mids? Ain't you got any of them?
One centre mid, I think got in there. Michael Carrick.
Do you know what? I think
got
it's that,
it.
but no,
Got
I
it.
got two,
No, we
and
got
I
it.
think how are they not in there is Gundogan and Fernandinho.
I'm with you on
I think
I get-
Fernandinho.
No, I think Fernandinho was
Oh.
underrated.
No.
I think
He's known as the best CDM in the Prem.
Yeah, I think only the last 2 or 3 years though, because of his age. With Lumberg.
No one ever
with,
speaks about Fernandinho.
Yeah.
yeah, they did at the end,
No,
but I think
I
are they
dunno.
speaking with him because he's so old and playing? Where
But
was
he
the
was
speak fucking 5 years ago
so
when he was in his prime? I didn't hear a lot
That is
about it,
underrated.
but he wasn't towards the end. He finally got
It's
the
weird because I
recognition.
personally rated him.
Yeah.
He ended up
I
going
think
in
he's
centre
better
back
than
and
Sam.
off from because he lost his pace.
For me, I've got to have Carrick in there.
Carr's a
Carrick's
Yeah,
got
he's
to be in
fucking
there.
Yeah.
he was a
If
great
he
player.
was any other nationality, he'd have 100 caps for his country.
Another Spurs fucking player, and I said at the time, I said they'll miss it. Something like 27 million. They
To
said
be
that.
fair, Carrick
That's
should have paid a
ridiculous.
lot more for England than he did as well.
I got 4 written down here. It's Gundogan, Carrot,
Gundogan, I agree. I don't think he gets.
I'd have Carrick and Gundogan.
No, but I never underrated him, Mike.
He was an underrated player, though. I think.
Yeah.
Personally,
I didn't underrate him. I loved him.
No, I love
No,
him,
but in
but
general,
I don't think he got
Yeah,
talked about.
I think he was underrated.
I used to like watching him, but in general, he probably was
I
underrated.
think
Yeah,
he is
I
like the
agree.
strongest player I've ever seen.
If you listen to like all the players that played with him as well.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't underrate him. I
No,
didn't
I didn't.
underrate him.
I was
So who underrated him?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he just wasn't talked about. Was he?
yeah, but
Because there was better players at the time, so he sort of deserved to not be talked about.
I think I think if you search up underrated Premier League players, he'd be high in the list.
I agree with you. I still don't think he's underrated as Carrick or Gundogan though.
No, I don't.
Gundogan.
Carrick's got to be in
I
there.
think he's in.
I think Gundogan is first on the sheet too. I just can't say he's not. He is so
He's still
underrated.
not really mentioned.
And they're still saying now with the contract he might be leaving Man City. You think why are you not tying this fucker down for another 2 or 3 years?
I'll put another one in the hat then. That's currently at Man City, and the thing is he hasn't played much centre mid the past year. Bernardo Silva. I think he's crazy good.
I don't think he's underrated.
I wouldn't say underrated. I think he's fantastic player.
Do you not think he's rated as high, or he's as good as some of the best centre mids to play football? Literally.
He should.
For me, I rate him.
Oh, he has though.
I think
rate
he's
him
so good.
One like high in the Premier League as players.
There ain't
He's up
many.
there with
Yeah,
Bournemouth.
yeah.
I
There ain't
think
many.
He's my favourite player to watch in the Premier League.
Yeah, he's so good to watch.
He reminds me just like a David Silva. He's that
Yeah.
clever,
Like
picks
how
up
he just walks
spaces.
around players.
Oh god,
You
that's
can't
wrong.
even
Yeah, it's hard to put him in this centre mid role, but David
Yeah.
Silva. When has he ever spoke about?
Well, I don't know. I would say he's like pretty rated though.
Who speaks about him?
Yeah, he's not.
When
I mean,
is
he's
he
not
never
he's like that.
highly
He's
rated
like
though,
that.
is he? But he was fucking brilliant.
He's like that Gary Neville, if you know what I mean. Like,
I don't think he's ever mentioned. Gary Neville's always mentioned.
I don't know. I think he's mentioned David
We
Silva.
spoke football a lot, and I don't think any of us has ever said David Silva. Like.
The thing is, I think there's probably more midfielders that have more of an impact. I think Carrick and Gundogan's underrated more than David Silva.
I wouldn't say David Silva.
In terms of
Yeah, but I think
being
David Silva's
underrated.
been spoken about more now he's not there.
I don't know.
When he was there.
Say that.
Yeah, but Carrick didn't even get spoke about a lot. Now he's not there. And he wouldn't spoke about when he was there. I think Gundogan's one of the most underrated in the
Yeah, I mean, I think there's 3 of us that's already on the Gundogan argument.
I just can't believe how
He's
fucking
fucking
good he
there.
is. There's some fucking names. Can't we get a name like Alan Smith so we can spell it?
Gundogan.
He just don't get
I know.
the
I don't
credit
get
he
it.
deserves. He's so fucking
He got
good.
it a little bit last season. Do you know when he went on his goal scoring?
Because he's
run?
scoring loads of
because
goals.
he scored goals.
But then as soon as he starts scoring goals, everyone like forgets about him.
Literally controls
He must
the
be
game.
the most played Man City player over the last 3 or 4
And
years
it's
as
still,
well.
I still
Close
can't
to-
how he's not
he
tied
will
down
be
with a
close to-
contract because I mean,
Him
is
and
it
Walker,
Barcelona's looking at him?
God, take him.
Yeah.
I'd take him all day long.
He thinks fucking it's crazy.
Why is Bayern Munich not looking at him?
Things about to happen with Bernardo Silva, mate.
Yeah, I know.
But more to do, I think his is more to do with he wants to leave.
Yeah.
He deserves far more football than he's getting at Man City.
But I
He-
think
I
that's
think
why
he
he's
walks
not
in-
getting played as much.
He
because
can
because
walk
he's gonna
into
leave.
both
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah.
During the
I
side,
don't
I
know,
don't think he
Bernardo
could
Silva.
play Bernardo Silva.
I don't think there's a side he can't improve.
He
So
is
good.
so good.
And I'm not even, like, for a little guy, he can
He
tackle,
kind
he
of
can
plays like
defend,
right
he
wing
can-
for Man City, doesn't he?
but only more so recently.
Yeah. I think he plays right wing, but I think he's got like the license to just do what he wants.
No, because Pep don't have that. There's no one who has the license
Yeah,
to do
but
it.
he's in drop in a centre half some points.
Yeah, but I don't think he has a
No,
license
he ain't.
to do
You
what he
see that with
wants.
Jack Grealish. Like
You got
I
to
know
do
he's
your
playing well
job.
now, but you've got to play. So if you don't play Pep's way,
You
or
ain't
do
the
what he
team.
did, you're fucking out. Well, you see that interview with Henry, and he says he got bored, so he went over, scored a goal, come in at half time, got ball up, and he subbed him off, didn't he?
Yeah.
Barca,
because he didn't stay.
Yeah, I think Pep's that type. Score a hat-trick, I don't want you playing up front, you're fucking out. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck if you've used your own brains and scored a hat-trick, ain't what I'm
You
telling you
ain't
to
doing
do.
what I
And
told you.
and I think he'll have you out. Don't matter. I think he's that way. I'm going to go with
I'm going
Ashley.
to go with Carrick
I've
too.
got the car, haven't I?
I
Well,
think
I'm
he
gonna
was
go with
so
I would say
fucking-
Fernandinho is underrated.
I
It's
I
like-
think
it's
not
like
as much
just-
as
No, not as much as Carrick, but
I think he was until the last couple of years as he got old. And I think he got a lot of credit because he was doing what he was doing at that age. I agree.
How
In
long
his
was he at
prime,
Man City? 6-7 years?
I reckon it's longer than that.
And he was just
we
fantastic
forgot
every
to mention
season.
that.
He is just.
Matt Letizia.
yeah, I
He
don't know.
more of a
Was he
centre forward,
was he
though,
I
underrated
think
though?
he was.
He's always spoke about mine.
Yeah. I think he was underrated by England football team. He should have had 40, 50 caps.
It's weird
but
though,
I
because he's
don't
only
think he's
spoke
underrated.
about by like legends, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So they knows how good he was, but
We didn't mention him on.
No, but you're saying legends is like by people older than us,
yeah.
and we didn't watch it.
Yeah, he was a big...
Like, John wouldn't underrate him, would you?
No, and he was still talked about at the time because Man United tried so many times to get him, but he just didn't leave Southampton. So I think he was recognised, although England underrated him because he got picked, I think, one cap, I think.
Ramirez for Chelsea?
Yeah, he was a good player.
Very good
He
player.
was a good player.
Never mentioned ever.
All I remember of him is just the goal against Barcelona.
No, he was far more than that. He was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I watched a lot of that Chelsea team because they were the Man City of now. This up and coming great team, sung all the big star players. You never even heard his name.
He was cheap as well, I think, when he signed him. It wasn't even like he was a big money signing.
No, I never heard of him up to then.
But he was just...
Ramirez, very good player.
Right, 2 strikers,
So you've actually missed a few.
Go on.
Well, Michael Essien.
Oh, he was good. Man.
Yeah, I would say he was underrated though.
Do you know why he's not underrated? Because you see him as an icon on FIFA.
I don't know.
Who else talks about Michael Essien?
No, but he's in like that category with a few of the players. Does he deserve to get talked about?
Yeah.
Like no, when some of the players that was
Michael
good.
Essien was good, man. It's because he played with Lampard. He's not spoke about.
Yeah.
Another one, John Maybe McCall.
He's a tidy player.
Phil Jagielka.
He's not a bad man.
On there it says weird. And Fellaini.
He was.
I'll tell you
already-
one centre midfielder we didn't mention, but he wouldn't get in it. Barrett Thatcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of him.
But then I think everyone just knows he's done a good job. He's fitted in when he needed to. He wasn't Michael Carrick level of a good player.
No.
And he gets mentioned just as much as Michael Carrick. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's a danger of him being overrated. I think he's talked about better than he is.
Well, he's talked about as much as Carrick, and he shouldn't be.
Yeah. Right, 2 strikers.
Striker, I
There's
got
a
him
few
straight
for
away.
that.
Les Ferdinand, I thought he was as good.
Underrated.
Well, he's the same time as that's the same thing. It's the same. If you, I don't know in terms of
I
time.
remember him slightly.
He played the same time as Shearer, and he was just as good as Shearer
Well,
in
he's a
terms
striker.
of doing what he was
Was he
doing.
a strike partner?
He played for England, yeah. And when Shearer signed for Newcastle,
He's underrated by their generation. Another one I've got is Teddy Sheringham.
I had him in mind. Yeah, Peter
Teddy
Beardsley.
Sheringham was just as good as pretty much anyone. He ain't got the stats of him, but
Peter Beardsley is probably the most underrated player in the history of football, but I don't know if you remember him for Liverpool. He was fucking world class.
okay.
Gary Lineker loved playing within the goals he scored, and when you got a striker like Lineker saying he was his favourite player, he was just unfashionable.
I watched interviews with him saying
Such a fucking good player.
Such a Jimmy Ford, that's a rank.
It's a good shout, man. He is very underrated.
Peter Crouch.
I was going to he was on my
Defoe.
list.
Peter Crouch, Jermaine Defoe. I think Jermaine Defoe was underrated.
It's hard.
He's number 1 on the list. 162 goals, Jermaine Defoe.
Me and you was chatting about that a few times because I didn't rate him that much.
Yeah.
His goal
I'm
scorer,
Like,
definitely.
that tells me that I'm wrong, but I still don't rate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah, but he's one a day, like he wouldn't do too much, really, but you give him that through ball, he'd take one side, bang.
Oh yeah,
Like,
very
he-
strong on him. and
After
that,
finisher,
don't get me wrong.
wasn't he?
But I still think probably Crouch is more underrated than Defoe.
He's 5th on the list.
I don't think Peter Crouch is underrated.
Yeah,
I guess
massively.
I'm seeing him is this just
yeah,
like
he's underrated, but yeah, I think he gets said more than Defoe.
No, only because of the Crouch podcast, and
I don't know.
it is. He's talked about more because of his after football life
And
is
it was
better
his-
than his football career.
And who his missus is.
His missus, I was going to say exactly the same.
my
I
guys.
ain't gonna lie, people. You're punching, pal.
108 goals.
Oh, there's no chance of
Crouch?
Peter Crouch
Yeah.
coming on our
I
podcast
mean,
now.
oh, Pete, come on in.
Bring your missus.
100
We're all bring our missuses.
108
108 goals. I didn't even know he had that myself.
I
And
knew he's in the hundreds.
things were
but-
like the big goals he scored for Liverpool in the Champions League. When we were a kid.
It's not so much my Liverpool head with him, it's just his overall. For England, you don't make
He
his
scored the
team
goal.
and not get talked about.
Didn't he
It's
score a goal
crazy.
against Tottenham in the Champions League?
Done it
He
Spurs
scored
too.
two scores for in the
But I
Champions
swear he scored the goal against Man City. That made the score
remember.
Spurs qualify.
I don't know. If I had to say who was more underrated, I think Defoe is. But,
Yeah, because he was probably deep down, was he probably better? He probably
I-
was,
I-
wasn't he?
Yeah.
You got 2 of the top 5 so far.
Robbie Keane.
I was
Robbie
going to say
Keane.
Robbie Keane. He's
Robbie
never
Keane.
said mine, is he?
Yeah.
4th on the list, 126 goals.
This sounds mental, but you know what I actually think is underrated by especially the younger generation now? Michael Owen.
I don't think he's
I do
underrated.
think
Yeah,
It's
I
hard
wouldn't have
because
him
his
as
career
underrated.
wasn't.
No, you got to
good
think of what he
enough,
done
if
at
you know
Man
what I mean.
United and that. He just got what he deserved a little bit. He
Yeah.
hyped up as a little kid, scored a load of goals.
Yeah.
Was absolutely. But he was rated as very. Everyone says how good was he when he was younger. You know,
Yeah, I wouldn't have him as underrated.
getting sung by best team in world football. He just. Yeah, I don't think he was underrated either.
What's on the list? Jacko's got to make the list. Isn't
So
he?
you're missing
I also
3
think
and number
Berbatov.
two.
I got one.
3 and
What's he
2.
I think Berbatov was underrated. I
Yeah,
don't
he
think
may
people
possibly
chat
be.
about him like they should. He was
Yeah, very good.
fantastic.
Javier Hernandez.
I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I think he was underrated.
yeah.
He stayed around a lot of top. They had some good strikers then as well. He still played a lot of games. didn't he?
Jack-
No,
Jack
yeah.
was a good one, mate.
Then I compares like Hernandez to Defoe, and I just don't think they're the same level. I think Defoe's far better.
Yeah, he's more a natural finisher.
Yeah, yeah.
So on the list you got Lukaku.
Overrated.
He's number 3. And then Giroud.
It's
Yeah.
not a bad
It's a
shout.
shout.
that
It's
is.
a shout.
I think he's on there. He has got to be
That
on there.
is a
Yeah,
shout.
he's very
We ain't
good.
even spoken about him now again.
I agree, Giroud.
I mean,
Yeah,
how
because
we
he's more
miss
than just a striker, isn't he?
link-up player, target man. He is literally
Well, he
can
does
do
it
the
for
lot.
France, he does it
So
for Chelsea,
selfish,
for Arsenal,
isn't
he
he?
does- who's
He's
he
on
playing
one.
for now?
AC Milan.
He's for that.
AC Milan, that's what I said, yeah, I agree, Giroud.
So
God, go on
He's
there.
just happy to play second.
Well, he
fiddle
didn't
to
score a goal in the
anybody.
World Cup, did he? He didn't score a goal when he won it. But he was probably one of the
Yeah,
most
played every
important
game,
players.
didn't
Yeah. He's. We ain't even mentioned him.
he? Yeah.
there's a couple more on there. So you got Cavani,
No.
Chris Woods, and Jimenez for Wolves.
No,
I did
I'd
like
go-
Jimenez before.
I liked Jimenez before his head
I
injury,
wouldn't say
but
he's underrated.
I still don't. I rated him then. I
Yeah.
don't rate him now.
Yeah, I
because
think
of what he
there's
done.
Defoe.
Defoe's a
I
shout.
think it's a
Robbie
shout.
Keane.
I 100%
Robbie
have Les Ferdinand myself, but I said that might be a bit of a
He's
difference.
probably Keane underrated.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Liverpool, Inter Milan, Tottenham.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's
I would.
underrated.
I think Defoe's more underrated than
Oh,
Robbie.
dude, he
Keane.
never
Yeah,
got a
more
big break,
underrated.
did he, really?
Yeah.
No, Tottenham was his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As big as he got, wasn't it? It was as big as he got. Someone who gets that many goals, man, to not get
I know
picked up by
that
one
you
of the
said
top
with
six.
Sheringham, I think's on it, but
Yeah,
I think
he's good.
Sheringham's not underrated. I think he
I
had
think
a bit
he
more
is,
exposure.
But not to their like level, is he?
Well, is there
When
any
you,
other
like in the
player?
ratio of being underrated into ability, I think Defoe's higher than Sheringham. Sheringham.
Sheringham's
Even though
a-
Sheringham's a better player,
Yeah. I
Because
just
he's not
yeah, I
so
think he was less
underrated.
underrated, but
I don't.
I got Defoe with Giroud.
I went into the
I
changing
wouldn't be
rooms
mad at
the other
Defoe.
week with Tom, and I was like, "You need to be like you." For me, I said, "You need to be
Yeah.
like Arteli Sheringham."
Yeah.
He's like, "Who?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh,
That's what
That's
he's
like
underrated.
Josh, who's
Yeah,
relatively
but
into football, didn't know who he was.
Didn't know Teddy
I
Sheringham
can't
was.
believe it."
That we was chatting about him on the way to work.
Yeah, it's
He did not have a
ridiculous.
clue who he was.
He's just a fantastic footballer.
It just makes me laugh, man. We've had here, but look at this, some of these players. You've got Tobe, Lloris, Campbell plays for Spurs. Carrick played for Spurs. Fucking, who did we just say?
Defoe.
Defoe played for Spurs.
Crouch
Win-
paid for Spurs.
Crouch. Who's the
Yeah.
one we were just talking about? Keane paid for Spurs. And who was we literally just talking about?
Giroud.
No, we got Giroud. We just finished.
I just thought the level midfielder I thought was underrated.
Who was the last player we was just talking about? Oh, Teddy Sheringham played for Spurs.
I don't think he's that good, to be honest.
He was underrated, to be fair. I like Van der Vaart, but I think mine was like a more of, I just liked it.
What do you think of the one season
85% of our team is
So
Spurs.
they Real Madrid.
No, forget that. What about in the Prem?
Yeah.
He wasn't even a season.
I, but I used to like
Oh,
Troy
what Van der Vaart?
Legend
He's
he
there
was.
2 years.
No, but I mean,
2.5
actually
years.
being a decent player for Spurs, it
Yeah.
wasn't even a season, was it?
Yeah.
Chorluka.
I
Good
think,
player.
I think the last striker spot should go to Defoe.
Are we missing anyone? Statman Dan?
I think it's a shout.
I'm not mad at the foe. I feel like we're missing like a big striker though.
I feel like we're missing a few big players, but I'd like to know what just the underrated. I think Defoe were all quite happy with him, so we should get him down and complete the team. But I'd like to know any underrated players we've missed in general.
I'm trying to think of like a West Ham striker or something like that. Something.
Yeah, you got a few like Noble and stuff like that, been good players, Mark Noble.
Funny striker.
I don't think he's underrated though.
No, I don't think he is. I don't think
he was ever great. He was good, but he was never great. I think he sort of gets the recognition he deserves, that you were a good Prem player, that you were what you were.
Marcus Jordan Henderson was underrated.
Underrated.
What's the Australian for played forever on
Chris Wood.
No,
Tim Cahill.
Tim Cahill.
But what's he known for?
You're going on about
Banging in headers and he gets the record.
Mark Leeds.
He's on
was.
top 15, he was 14.
Who?
Mark Viduka.
Yeah, good player.
15th was Defoe. We've got Danny Murphy.
Tim Cahill.
Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank was
it's good striker.
Gareth Barry.
I'm going to
James
say
Milner.
I'm going to say a name just because I liked him when I was a kid and he had a cool name. Pablo Angel. Played for Villa. Hang on. He wasn't actually that bad.
Heskey.
Just on the thing.
I was going to say Heskey, but I don't know, he wasn't never good enough.
I made a picture of his face who you just
Like, he got made to look better because he played without him.
Yeah.
So he could almost hit anything anywhere and no one got the end of it. Because he was so quick. You could have almost have played any sort of person there to hit the ball and get in the way. And
The one I thought it was, and he went for Liverpool, was Stan Collymore. I thought he was going to go on to be a top player. I can remember he played against the Rovers game for Southend and he was like fucking next level. But he went to Liverpool, he scored a few goals for Liverpool, didn't he? But then he sort of didn't really
I've
see
not
it
watched
through.
him enough. It was like at the time with me being too young to know.
I seen him live against Southend and Rovers, and you knew that it was like this. It was just like a 2 million pound striker. He's so fucking good.
Gareth Southgate. He's on the list. And number 1
Yeah,
is
good one. Southgate, good centre half.
James Beattie.
Yeah, played for Southampton.
And
And Blackburn, I think.
Everyone?
I think he did, yeah.
Everyone as well, James Beattie.
Right, so we have in
And there's one
that.
more that we had said was Van Nistelrooy.
Oh, you got
He's fantastic.
I think about him in the top
Yeah,
teams.
I do,
He
yeah.
was
Yeah, but that we've not said him all night, have we?
No, but I don't think he deserves to be above
He's not in
average.
the world level
No.
conversation, is he?
He's not in the Premier level. He's not.
No, but he was a
But
top,
he was
top
bloody
striker.
brilliant.
You could argue Kevin Phillips was underrated.
Kevin Phillips. he's
Yeah,
good.
Sunderland scored
Good player, a lot of goals,
a lot of
yeah.
goals.
Is he not good? How many did he score, Kevin Phillips?
I think he's an under.
If
He
he's in
scored
the
like 40
hundreds,
odd for Sunderland, but it might have been in the Championship he scored that.
I think he
got
won.
that's the bit of the Defoe argument for me. If he makes like 100+ goals, Defoe's almost talked about too much because he never really done much else. All he done was bang in the goals.
He scored 130 goals.
I mean, he is the level playing field of Defoe for stats.
Yeah, but was that all in the
Premier
Premiership?
goals or?
That could be some of that in the
What was
Championship.
Because he did play in the Championship, didn't he, for that? Especially
Yeah.
late in his career.
But with Sunderland when he got him up. Another top striker, but it might have only been for 2 or 3 seasons, Marcus Stewart for Ipswich.
Marcus Stewart.
Top English goal
I know
scorer.
he was.
Top English goal scorer. Played in the UEFA Cup with Ipswich.
92 in the Premier
And
League.
he was City through and through. Don't be having City through and through. He's a gas fucking legend. Started with the gas, finished with the gas. A fucking legend.
Oh,
Don't give a fuck with his support. Don't give a fuck with his support. Don't be claiming he's a City fucking through and through. He's a gas
City
legend.
through and through.
Well, it don't matter. Fucking, you could say Alan Shearer supported fucking Olympic Marseille.
We've got
no
him in the
fucking
I think.
I think so, yeah.
Probably going to stick in a manager.
Jack was nearly named that.
Oh, underrated
Never
manager.
can. Underrated
I think I'd be
managers.
surprised the number 1 is.
I think me myself.
What?
I'm surprised I am naming Cameron off this season.
Underrated managers. There's going to be someone stupid.
David Moyes.
There's 3.
Yeah.
There's 3
He's
on
on
the list.
one.
Hang on. Yeah,
I mean, you can't say he's underrated, right? 'Cause he got picked up by Man United,
Yeah,
but he didn't
but-
even get the time he deserved because he's underrated.
He's good at everyone.
I just need
He's
to
good at
think
West Ham
about
apart from
it.
us.
I need to think.
Underrated managers.
Harry Redknapp, man, you've done a good job. Well, you won the FA Cup with Portsmouth.
Do you know
welcome to the Champions League?
Who would have been before this season is Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that job he did it. Pre Newcastle, what he did with Newcastle was phenomenal.
He's got the break he deserves, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they expected him to be as good as he is at Newcastle?
No.
Yeah, that's why they took him.
I don't know.
They wouldn't have chucked in any donut to just be
No, I think they could have
that
done
kind of money. And
yeah, I think they knew he's going to do a decent job, but not to.
He was there
this
before the
level.
takeover, though, wasn't he? Didn't Mike Ashley
It was as no, it was they took over and they appointed him, but it was in such a bad place. Do you not think they had half a thought of we might actually be in the Championship next year?
Yeah, could be. Maybe.
no,
I
so
wanted
just
him
think
for
about
Tottenham.
any sort of
Because
manager
he
that's come
splashed
in.
the cash, did he, when he first went in?
No, but
He
any
still-
manager that's come into these big spending clubs, they make a quick decision. Chelsea's done it, Man City's
Yeah.
done it. There's just like,
Stick
we're
and
going to
twist.
take your Mourinho level manager, we're
Yeah.
going to buy whoever you want, and we're going to win stuff. And Newcastle's not doing it that way. I think they
No.
plan for long-term.
I think
build.
it's just it shows brilliant management, doesn't it? Coach players, you got players still there like Almiron who was getting relegated.
Oh, he's terrible.
That's what I said. He's a top manager.
Julian, only flop of a striker.
Look at him,
Yeah.
Dan
Son,
Burn, left
yeah,
back.
that's what I'm
Left
saying.
back. That's what I'm
Son
on
and
about.
Dan Burn, and then getting Champions League.
To be fair, Dan Burns in that left back underrated category. He is
Yeah.
absolutely top class.
He's been good this season. Yeah, but it's like even that Bruno Guimaraes or whatever his name is, like you expected him to be good when they sold him, but not to like the level he
That
is.
Murphy, is it Joe Murphy? Someone plays on the
Yeah,
Chris Murphy. Jacob
Jacob
Murphy. Yeah.
You know, Willock and stuff like that, like they're bang average, like
Yeah.
what you say.
That's what
He's
I like
championship level player.
It's small
It's-
signings,
it's-
though,
it's-
because like Callum Wilson and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it shows
That's
you what
just
top
small
management,
signing.
what top managers can do, isn't it? And
Yeah, but Callum Wilson was there before.
Was that in Bournemouth?
yeah,
Was he
yeah, he was down
before?
before the right
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not small
But
signing.
he managed him at Bournemouth as
Yeah,
well.
he did.
didn't
Yeah, he signed him for Bournemouth.
Yeah, he was in Newcastle.
Don't get me wrong, he's made some howlers, man. Eddie Howe having howlers. With his signings. Solanke.
Yeah, but it's like I think for Bournemouth you just take what
He was a lot of money, man.
Yeah, but I just feel like
That's
it's
good.
just a hit and home.
I don't know if he's underrated as a manager, though, is he, Eddie Howe?
Not now. I think pre.
I think before
I
Newcastle.
don't know, everyone knew he'd done a great job at Bournemouth and he shouldn't have stayed up.
Oh,
Do you know I think he's underrated as a manager? Roy Hodgson.
Yeah.
Look at the job he did with Fulham.
Look at the job he done at Liverpool.
Yeah, but that's probably one of
As
the
soon as he
reasons
got a
done
big as soon as he got a big club job,
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
done
it's
what
like
you
one of
thought
them,
he would
it's
do.
like-
So he's not
Yeah, but
underrated, is he?
He had a pretty good career before. Like,
Yeah, what's
all
a good-
that one.
I
Didn't he
don't
manage
underrate.
someone?
I know
Didn't
what he done at
manage like a
Liverpool.
big Italian type?
Yeah, he went up for a few, didn't he? A few
Well, I don't know what
seasons.
he done there.
Underrated managers for
He
like
did
a
have
big
big
six
Italian
club.
I thought he managed like
Huh?
Inter Milan or
Like
something.
who's an underrated manager that's done like a big six club?
Harry Redknapp, man. Yeah, Harry
Harry
Redknapp.
Redknapp, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them on this
Have you
list
said Big Six?
Yeah.
is Mourinho.
How is Mourinho underrated?
He's actually on this list.
How is he underrated?
Yeah, I think it's underrated. I
Um,
mean, current last 5 years of management, he's got what he deserves. He's been shocking.
yeah, I'll have to be
I'll
fair.
tell you
Look
what,
at
I
the
got
clubs
one.
he managed.
He ain't really won anything, but Unai Emery. He won
Yeah.
results, mate. Look what he's done at Villa.
Yeah, he's more Spain now, isn't he? With like Sevilla and stuff like that,
He
Valencia.
didn't do a bad job with Arsenal, man.
They brought him in at Villa.
I know he had a
talking about
bad
relegation.
sort,
They're
but
fucking like
Yeah.
this. Europe now. He's done a cracking job. I can't stand his greasy fucking hair.
But you know, like next season, he won't be underrated.
Nah.
no.
So that's the only reason I complain.
He's one of the managers. I hope the Spurs if he gets sacked next year.
I just can't.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
don't
stand
know.
the way he talks. You know what I
Good
mean?
evening. Good
Yeah.
evening.
Brendan Rodgers is on the list.
Do you know what? Do you know
Yeah.
something? I still watch Brendan Rodgers for Tottenham.
Yeah,
I
he's
just
a
got a
great
feeling
manager.
it could be
Leicester's in a they was in a bad way. I can't
But it's not his
fully
fault,
blame
is
him
it?
for
It's
that.
not
Yeah.
all
I've
his
been back
fault.
and forth with Nagelsmann and all that, but Brendan Rodgers in my head don't go away for Spurs, and I think it's fucking get him in.
I was gutted when he left Liverpool.
Yeah.
I was gutted. Like, obviously, what's happened after it has proven me wrong, but like I still think at the time, if Klopp wasn't available, that was a bad thing to do.
They did a cracking job with Leicester and all, like, and they never spent a penny. Is it last season or this season?
It's been about 2 years of that, isn't it?
That's what I said. They've lost a lot of players.
Running his contract now. It's one of those cases with Leicester. He won the FA Cup and he done well. And
that's what I said. They got rid
he
of
went as far as he could with them.
And it ain't even just keeping the same side. It's like Varda's getting older.
So
they got
fantastic.
Well, that's why he done it Leicester.
They lost.
Good manager at Chelsea too.
Who's that other fucking player they lost? Leicester.
John will know that more than you.
Yeah.
Ranieri was a good manager, man.
Like Gus Hiddink, remember?
Yeah, but he's a big manager, Gus Hiddink.
We got to pick a manager.
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers probably gets in there for me, mine.
Mine's probably at Brendan Rodgers.
Do you think I know why he's not underrated? Because I think he's still going to get another big job.
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers.
I'm going to go Harry that for me.
You look at his like age and that, Brendan Rodgers. What's he now? 45.
Yeah,
he's not 50. I know he's not 50. I think he's like early 40s.
Yeah, he's still
He missed 40s now. What's the stats? He was around quite a bit before them.
He was young at Liverpool, one.
Oh
I don't
So
know.
that's like 10 years.
He's a big manager.
No.
Almost.
He's not nowhere near.
When he first went.
Was it? It's like 10 years.
Well, since Liverpool,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Wow.
Like when he first went into Liverpool.
Shut up.
No, when he on about when he
I'll
left.
fucking do Dan's job then.
Glenn
Fuck's sake.
Hoddle on there. And Kevin Keegan.
Yeah, a good Newcastle side, Kevin Keegan.
I don't think they're underrated.
Let's never forget that interview.
Harry Redknapp for me.
Well,
FA Cup
Rodgers?
with Portsmouth.
Well, he's 50.
Got Tottenham from
When he leave Liverpool?
2015. Over 10 years ago, he's been.
Right, we need to
started at Liverpool.
It's quarter of 1, Mike.
I'm going to go with
He said one thing outside, I'm not staying to this time.
I'm going to throw David Moyes as mine.
I'm going to go Brendan Rodgers still.
You're the call. Brendan Rodgers, Harry Redknapp, and
David Moyes.
David Moyes.
Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers,
Rodgers, yeah.
hopefully the next time.
Is it, only because when Harry Redknapp was involved, there was a uproar and he wasn't given the England job, wasn't there? How many people were saying he should have the England job?
Yeah, he should have.
The thing is, if he's going to be massively underrated, Brendan Rodgers, if he doesn't get a big job, which he might not.
Underrated 11 is Laurie Single, Zabaleta right back, Clichy left back, Sol Campbell and Toby Alderweireld is centre backs. Right mid William, left mid Lundberg, centre mids Carrick and Gundogan even. Strikers Giroud and Defoe, and Brendan Rodgers is the manager. That ends the podcast.
Over now.
It's just don't feel right seeing Sol Campbell's name underrated.
Hour and 20 minutes.